up people, what is up? Okay guys, so let me give you a quick update on what's happening. So we are 78 miles away from the delivery on Monday, and today is just Saturday, so it's a reset time, and we have enough time to make the delivery on Monday. It's just 1 hour 15 minutes, so we'll just leave early morning and be there at I think the delivery for 8 a.m. so we will be there on time. I cannot keep the camera where I normally keep it because the sun is directly hitting me from there, so it's exactly opposite the face, so I'm looking too dark, but I'm just trying to see if you guys can see me from here. So yeah, we just have the camera set up here right now. So as you can see right now, we did get a parking spot luckily at this Loves, because this place fills up like super early. We did get a parking spot over here. We did actually I had parked, give me 1 second, let this truck guy move from here and I'll show you what exactly was the thing. So when I entered this Love, all these places over here were parked, were already full. If you see over there, let this dude move, come on guy. Okay, while he moves, let me tell you, okay, so we did get here because the place where I had parked, there was another truck that was blocking the entrance, so I knew it would be a problem for me to get out on Monday if someone parks over there. And normally people do park over there even though it's not a parking spot, but there are always those dumbass people who think that they are entitled to park wherever they like and block other drivers. So since I seen someone moving out from this spot, I said let me come here because this is just near the fuel aisle, so I have enough place to move. And I was parked over there. You see those trucks over there? That was where I was parked. And once this guy moves, you see the white truck over here, this one over, sorry, the one over there, let me get the finger thing right. Okay, behind this guy. Okay, you see this dude, he's parked side of the scale and he's blocking the trucks over here. So I was one of the trucks over there and I would not be able to move out if this dumbass parks over here. So due to that, as soon as I seen someone pulling out from this spot where I am right now, I came here, so I have enough space to get out on Monday. Okay, so yeah, right now we are at the Loves. That means free showers, and that's the best thing. This was the last Loves towards my delivery, so there was no other Loves that I could go to stop at, so this is the one that I'm parking at. And we did pick up Indian food, so we're super good for the weekend. I have no issues. There's an Arby's over here, but I don't eat Arby's because I did pick up enough food for the week. And I did get Indian chai, masala chai, which is made with jaggery, so it was amazing. Jaggery, the sweet jaggery thing that we used, yeah, it was made with that, so it was amazing. So we good for the weekend. We have food. I'm about to bring out the PlayStation and play. Guys, do let me know if any PS players are who've been watching my videos. If anyone plays PS5 and has played the Monkey King game. I tried playing that game, but that game is fucking my happiness, man. I cannot play that game, dude. It's super tough. But I did try to play it a little bit last week. Got my ass kicked. We'll definitely try today. Maybe even play some Sparking Zero. Do let me know, guys, if you want to see some gaming videos. Cause I love gaming. I play Assassin's Creed. Currently, I'm playing Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I'm playing Sparking Zero. I'm trying to play Monkey King, and on my phone I do play One Piece. If anyone plays any of these games, do let me know, or just let me know what games you play on the PS5. I would like to see if we can, maybe play together or something. So yeah, we are good for the weekend. Gonna stay here for the weekend. And now let me tell you story time. Okay, so this is the story on why I kicked out a trainee from my truck. So before I start the story, as usual, let me tell you a little bit about this trainee. The last guy who I had to drop, who was done with his training, the guy who I said he eats 15-20 times a day, After he called out and told the company that he's done with his training, they asked me to drop him back to the terminal so he could continue his journey and get his truck and stuff. So I headed back to Pennsylvania. I dropped him over there, and then I pick up my new trainee. Now I was already pissed off. I didn't want to train, but as usual, they already had someone for me. So I said, you know what, just let me be, because okay, I'll tell you how the training program works in Western after I tell you the story. So I did pick up this guy. Okay, so this guy is I'd say he's around 60 or 70 years old, an elderly guy. So I'm sitting in my truck. Okay, I'm sitting here exactly at this spot, and he comes in from the passenger side and he opens the door. Okay, now see the things that he does. Okay, the first thing, he opens the door, he's like, hi. So I said, hey, so I asked him his name. He said, hey, my name is so and so. I said, oh, okay, so you're going to be my new trainee. I said, welcome. So he said, okay, let me just have a look at the truck first and see, because I have a lot of things. So I said, lot of things. I said, okay, yeah, sure, go ahead. So he comes, he climbs into the truck, he looks around, he sees the cabinets behind. So I tell him, like, you know, there are two cabinets. The one on the left is yours, the one on the right is mine, and under the bed I have my bags, my clothes and everything, because I stay on the road for 8 to 9 weeks, so I do have a lot of clothes. So you know, he's just going to be here for like 2 or 3 weeks, so I didn't expect him to bring so many clothes. So he checks and he's like, hey, I need space for my clothes. So I said, like, how many clothes do you have? I mean, you do have one cabinet on top, and I'll give you an underbed carriage cabinet kind of thing underneath the bed on one side, so you can use that. He's like, no, I need more space. So I'm like, I don't have more space. I mean, I already have my stuff. Like, I can't take out my stuff and throw it out, right? So he's like, no, but I have a lot of clothes. And I'm like, see, buddy, you're just going to be here for 2 or 3 weeks. You don't need that much clothes. Just carry, like, you know, minimum, like maybe 7-8 pairs. Like one bag is good enough for like 2 weeks. So he's like, okay, let me see and let me figure it out. I said, okay, up to you, buddy. So he goes and he does something to his car and stuff. He puts some stuff in, gets one bag, and he's like, yeah, could you move your stuff? So I said, okay, you know what, I gave him place. I helped him get all his stuff out of his car into the truck. Okay, now the first thing he tells me is like, so who's going to train me? Okay, so I'm like, me. Like, I'm sitting in the truck, my truck, you just moved into my truck, so I'm going to train you. So he looks at me like, oh, you're going to train me? Isn't there someone who's elder to train me? I'm like, I mean, I have experience. Like, what do you need an elderly guy for? I'm going to train you the same way how I train everyone else. He's like, oh, okay, I thought it would just be someone, you know, a bigger guy or something to train me. So I said, you know what, it's okay. I said, it's okay. I mean, I even told him, if you want someone else as a trainer, you can talk to the management right now and see if they can give you another. He's like, no, you good. Let's you know, go and we'll see how it works. I said, okay, that's totally fine. Trust me, I'm talking to him very respectfully, sweetly, nicely, whatever you want to say. I spoke to him very nicely. Everything was good. Okay, so the first day he starts driving, and I'm sitting on the passenger side with him, because I always stay awake when my trainees are driving till I know they are good to drive alone. Okay, so I sit and he's driving. Okay, now when he's driving, he starts going zigzag. Okay, now we are on an interstate, you cannot drive zigzag. So he starts driving zigzag. So I keep telling him, you know what, I know it's the first day, you're nervous or whatever, slow down. Okay, my guy, slow down. Damn, my camera is getting super hot because of the freaking sun, man. So I told him, buddy, slow down. Okay, slow down. You don't need to go 65, 70 speed, 65, 67. Go 55, it's okay till you get used to the truck. You know, slow down. We are not in a rush or anything. Slow down, take your time, get used to the truck. Once you get used to the truck, then you can drive 60, 65, no problem. So he's like, oh, okay. So he slows down. Again, he starts speeding up. He starts going zigzag. Now, you got to be careful, because there are people driving on the left side. We got to stay on the right lane, but there are people driving on the left lane, so you have to be careful. And this guy's going like this, and I'm like, yo, slow down. You know, we're not in a hurry. Slow down. take your time, get used to the truck. Once you're driving, you're good, then you speed up. Oh, okay, let me, yeah, no problem. So he starts talking about him like, yeah, I've been driving a limousine for a long time, so this is, easy for me, but I wanted something better. And I'm like, yeah, that's good for you. So, trucking is not that bad, it's good. It's a good career choice. Maybe not the best, but it's a good career choice. It depends on how you see trucking. So I told him it's a good thing. Like, you have work, there are a lot of companies hiring. The more experience you have, the more your pay will increase, the more there are chances for you to get jobs in better companies. You can even do local, you can do OTR like how I do. Everything's good as long as you have experience, you have a clean driving record, you have a good license. Yeah, everything's possible. So you're like, yeah, everything's good. And so as we're talking, okay, now this guy starts demanding. He's like, see, every morning we need to go to a truck stop so I can, freshen up and everything. I said, okay, that's totally understandable, no problem. Okay, first thing. Second thing, he said, what? I need to have breakfast every morning. So I'm like, okay, I'm not stopping you. We have truck stops, there's breakfast, you can go get yourself breakfast, up to you. I need showers every day. Okay, understandable. Whenever we get time to stop, take a 30-minute or something, we will stop at a truck stop and get a shower. So that's understandable, totally fine, doable. But I did tell him, sometimes there might be times where you might have to adjust a little bit. Every time stopping at a truck stop is not easy. Sometimes we do get stuck at shippers and receivers where, we got to use their facilities. It's not easy all the time. So, just be ready. So he said, yeah, no problem. Everything is good. And I just said, whenever we get a chance, we do stop at Walmart. So we can make a Walmart run, buy groceries, buy snacks, whatever you need to buy, get all that stuff ready. Okay, everything is good. Okay, one day goes good. Second day, so normally I let them drive during the day and I drive during the night. But when they're driving during the day, I sit with them. So, I'm monitoring everything they do. Plus, I keep telling them what to watch out for, what to be careful and how to drive and stuff. So, and I drive in the night. So I do drive in the night and I do stay awake most of the time during the day. Maybe when they're like super comfortable, I might take a 3 or 4 hour nap just to be, and as soon as they need something, I come out like this. Okay, so I'm like super quick, super attentive. Everything was good. Okay, I've never had issues with any of my trainees. Okay, this is the only guy who fucked my happiness. Like, I had to literally kick him out. Okay, so as that's done, first day goes by, no problem. Second day, okay, we stop at a truck stop in the morning. We switch drivers. So I switch with him. We stop at a truck stop. He goes to the restroom, freshens up, takes his sweet ass time and comes back. So on the second day, he took like 20-25 minutes. So when I'm in the truck, now if you know me or any truck driver, once you go to a fuel aisle, you fuel up, you pull up maybe 5 or 10 minutes at the most, and then you got to move out. You cannot take a sweet ass time at the fuel aisle because there are other people who need to fuel and they need to leave. So especially new drivers, be very careful when you're driving, guys. Whenever you stop at a fuel island, you fuel up, you pull up, 5-10 minutes at the max. You want to use the restroom, get some food, and you got to leave, man. You need to move. You cannot take a sweet ass time standing over there at a fuel aisle because there are other drivers who are, they want to fuel up and leave. You cannot take a sweet ass time. So be very careful to the new drivers especially. So second day, this guy takes a sweet ass fucking time, 30 minutes. I had to pull out, get back into the fuel island like 3 times, man. So I told him very, very nice. I said, see, buddy, in trucking, when we go to the restroom and stuff, either we go quickly, get everything done and we move out, or we park in one of the parking spots and then we take our sweet ass time, so we're not blocking anybody and no one has a problem with that. So if you want to use the restroom and stuff, let me know. If you want to take your time, if you're going to be quick, then we can just stop at the fuel island, fill fuel, pull up, switch drivers and move out. Normally that's what we used to do. go to the fuel island, switch drivers, freshen up, brush, get some snacks, and leave. No driver, no team drivers take so much time. Okay, so he's like, okay, we'll see about that. We'll see about that, dude. I just told you what we are going to do. There's no we'll see about that. Okay. So okay, now during this training, during the first day, second day, like a couple of days go by, like 2-3 days. Okay, now every time whenever I tell this guy something to do something regarding trucking, like, you know, hey, when you're driving you gotta do this, when you stop you gotta do this, he would always bring things up like, but one of my friend who's in trucking told me to do this, one of my friend told me to do this. So every time I would tell him something, he would always be like, oh, one of my friend told me to do something like this. So one day I told him very specifically, sorry guys, I told you my lips are cut because of the cold weather. So yeah, so one day when we were driving, I was showing him the tablet. Okay, like this is a different company, so this is a different tablet, but in Western also we do have a tablet. It's a little different, but yeah. So during that I was explaining to him something on the tablet, and he tells me, oh, my friend told me to. So I told him, buddy, see, listen, does your friend work for Western Express? So he's like, no, he works for so and so company. I'm like, okay, so and so company has their so and so rules, but when you work for Western, you got to follow Western rules. And if I tell you something, you don't have to always tell me, somebody told you to do this, somebody told you to do that. Right now you're training with me, so let me tell you what to do and you do what I tell you to do, because I'm a trainer, you're a trainee, you're come here to learn the job and learn how Western Express works. Okay, so stop telling me your friend told you this, your friend told you that. That may be working in his company, but over here it's very different. We got to do things according to Western Express. Okay, so he's like, oh, okay, we'll see about it. Again, we'll see. Anyways, I didn't tell him anything. That day goes by. The third day, fourth day, the fifth day, again when we're switching drivers, he ends up taking like a sweet 30 minutes, and I'm like, hey buddy, this has happened before. I want to tell you again, we cannot take so long. When we freshen up in the morning, we just gotta brush, use the restroom, or if you want to take time, let me know. I will park in one of the parking spots, so nobody's going to ask us to move, like these spots over here where we are right now. So nobody's going to ask us to move, and you can take a sweet ass time. You're like, oh, okay, I'll let you know the next time. Okay, now he drove the day. This is the same day. Okay, he drove the day. It's evening. He said he's tired, he wants to shut down a little early, and he was tired. I said, okay, totally fine, go to pull up into a truck stop and we'll switch drivers, because my 10 hours was already over, because from the previous load we had to wait for a long time and load was not ready and stuff. So because of that, my 10 hours was already over and he was tired. So I said, that's totally fine, understandable. I understand people get tired. Everybody's not used to driving 11 hours continuously in one shift. People do get tired. Everybody's different. So I told him, yeah, totally fine, no problem. Just pull into the truck stop. We'll switch drivers and you can have an early day off. Okay, so when we went to the truck stop, I told him, so I'm going to start driving. I'm going to go freshen up. You can put yourself off duty, freshen up, use the restroom, pick up food and stuff, because then I don't want to keep stopping. Okay, so I still remember it was Subway. Okay, so he went to the restroom and stuff, and he used the restroom and everything, and he came back. I came back, freshened up everything. I put myself on duty, got ready to leave, did my pre-trip. Everything was good, and as I'm about to leave, he's like, hey, can we stop at the next truck stop, because I don't want to eat Subway. So I said, okay, no problem, we'll go to the next truck stop. Whatever comes up, you can pick up food from there. I keep driving. 6-7 miles down the road, there's pilots with Wendy's. So I'm like, hey, there's a Wendy's over here. I'm going to pull in, pick up food, and we'll go. He's like, oh, no, please, not Wendy's, something else. Hey, what is up? Okay, so sorry, the camera just got so freaking hot that it just stopped recording. Like, since I'm sitting exactly opposite the sun, because of the heat, the camera got like super overheated and I couldn't even hold it, and it just shut down on its own. So yeah, let me continue back with the story. Okay, I think I was at the part. Okay, so we stopped at the second restaurant. He said he doesn't want to eat from there, so keep going further down. I think the third one was a McDonald's. I think it was a McDonald's. I think I didn't. So he was in the back, in the sleeper berth. So I didn't even tell him that the third restaurant's coming. I just pulled into the truck stop and I told him, hey, we are at the truck stop. If you want to pick up food, because after this, I won't be stopping. Okay. So that happened. I think it was the fourth or fifth day. I'm so sorry, I can't remember the days very well, because this has happened like 2 years ago. Okay, 2-3 years ago. So anyway, we got that thing done. That day was done. The next day, again in the morning, when we were switching drivers, he took his sweet ass time as usual, and this time I got a little stern with him. I said, see buddy, the next time I won't wait for you for that long. I've told you this many times. We cannot wait here because other drivers get angry and they want to fuel up, because it's morning time, around 7-8 o'clock. Everyone wants to start moving. You know, many drivers want to leave. Some wake up way early and leave. Some want to start leaving. Nobody wants to sit at the fuel island waiting for another driver to finish. So anyhow, I told him that, you know, next time I'll have to move out and then you can come searching for me wherever I park in the parking spot. So he said, yeah, no problem. If you want, you can just leave me and go, and I'll find you in the parking. Okay. Now till now I've been talking to him still very, you know, nicely. I haven't been rude to him. I haven't you know, answered in the wrong way or anything. I've been talking to him like really nicely, trying to explain to him things properly. Okay. Till here I was already pissed off with him, but not so much so that, you know, I had to kick him out. Till here everything was still fine. Training was happening. He still kept doing that. Every time I would tell him to do something, you know, help him with the backing and stuff, and he'd be, oh, but my friend told me to do this, but my friend told me to do that. So that was fucking annoying. And I told him that twice, thrice, that, you know, your friend works for a different company. It's different over there. Here it's different. If you want to work with a friend, you know, you just go to his company and work with him in future. Anyways, then comes the day I fucking lost it on him. Okay, this is the judgment day. Okay, we had a load picking up from a FedEx. Okay, and the load was not ready till the next day. So we stayed at the FedEx facility in our truck, slept, and in the morning I got a call saying the load's ready, so you can come and pick it up. Okay, so I wake up early. I wake him up and I told him, see, we are at the FedEx. You know, if you want to use the restroom, or, you know, you want to pick up some snacks or something, because they had the vending machines over there. So if you just want to pick up some snacks from there or something, because I need to pick up the trailer and start heading out, and then after a little bit later, you know, we can switch drivers and stuff. So he's like, no, I'm good. Let's you know, I don't want to use the restroom and all over here. Let's go. So I said, okay, totally fine. I hook up to the trailer. We pick up the paperwork, get all the paperwork, and everything's ready. We are about to leave, and we start leaving out. Okay, now we get out of the FedEx, and I'm on my way to the delivery. On the way, so I used the facility. I brushed my teeth, freshened up, washed my face, you know, picked up some chips and stuff just to, you know, munch on the way, and was ready to go. Everything was going good, and out of nowhere, suddenly this guy is like, can we stop at the truck stop, because I need to freshen up. So I told him, but I just told you to freshen up. Like, it's not even been like 10 minutes we left from the FedEx yard, and he's like, stop at the truck stop. So I told him, see buddy, I just told you to freshen up at the, you know, FedEx. Now I don't want to stop right now, otherwise we will not make it on time. This was a important load, like a high preference, how do I say it, high value load. So, you know, once you pick up from the pickup, you're not allowed to stop for like 200 miles close to the pickup. You have to drive for 200 miles and then, you know, you can stop and do whatever, and you can't keep stopping, because these are like these high profile loads that are very important, like maybe have some important stuff in the trailer and stuff. So you know, they have these rules for those trailers. So I was very specifically told about this. That's why I even told him before we could pick up the load. I even told him, see, we will not be able to stop very often with this load, and we cannot stop for 200 miles once we pick it up. That's why I told him there's a FedEx facility, there's restrooms, clean toilets, and you know, freshen up everything over here, because then we won't be stopping. And he said he's good, he doesn't want to use that, everything is good. As soon as we leave out, he's like, hey, you know, that's the time when I told him, see buddy, I told you to use the facility over there. I can't keep stopping every time, at least not for another 200 miles. I have to drive and then we can stop. Anyway, if it was like a pee break or something, you know, I would totally stop. It wasn't that. He wanted to have a shower. So that's when I told him, see buddy, sometimes everyday shower is not possible, but till that day, okay, every day, every freaking morning, I would make sure I stopped at a truck stop for him to freshen up. I made sure he got showers every day. Everything was good, okay? Like, he didn't have a reason to complain, okay? He even did that to me 2 times of making me stop at different truck stops for food. The second time also, I told him, buddy, this is the second time. I cannot keep doing this every time. You want to pick up from the truck stop, you pick it up, because I can't keep stopping every time to different truck stops for you to get food, okay? I told him very strictly about this. And then this happens. He's like, I need to use a restroom, I need to shower, I need to shave. So I'm like, see, let's drive a little bit further down, and you know, after that, once we are a little, you know, covered a little distance, we'll stop, we'll get showers and stuff, and you know, we'll chill. You know, let me start driving a little bit so we can cover some distance. He gets angry. He's like, yeah, I told you in the starting, I cannot, you know, I cannot stay with such a person. I told you in the starting, I need to get showers, I need to brush my teeth every day, I need a breakfast. So I said, I know, but you know, every day we don't have that problem. Like, it's just today, just understand one day. And you know, I even told you that they have restrooms and stuff, use it, everything should be good, but you didn't want to listen. And he's like, no, but it doesn't work with me that way. You know, I don't think you're a trainer, I don't think you're a good trainer. You need to stop training and you know, maybe just you know, drive alone and stuff. And I'm like, buddy, you know, chill. I'm you know, I'm talking to you nicely. Don't keep, you know, going off on me for no fucking reason. Chill. And he's like, yeah, you don't understand, I need to use the restroom, I need to brush my teeth, I need to freshen up. And he kept saying the same thing. That's when I lost it. I said, buddy, you have a problem with me, let me know right now, okay? Let me know right now. I will get you a new trainer, okay? I can't take this shit with you right now. Let me know right now. He's like, yeah, let me, I cannot stay like this and stuff. I need to shower, this, that. That's when I called my manager, okay? I called my manager and I told him, see, so-and-so is the problem, okay? This guy is being a fucking pain in my ass. You know, he's going, you know, just because I don't tell him anything, he's taking advantage of me. And, you know, I'm done with this fucking shit. As soon as I said this, I think it was 5 minutes. Oh shit, my camera's getting hot again. Okay, damn. You know what? Wait, I'll take you to the back where it's more cool. And we are back. Okay, yeah, this is much better. I do need to get better lighting. Actually, let me see if something works. Okay, give me 1 second. But yeah, definitely need to get some more lights over here, and maybe that might help. Okay, this is not that bad, this is good. But okay, so yeah, I told him I'm done with this shit. You know, I can't take it anymore. This guy is really fucking crossing the limit. I can't keep, you know, stopping every day for showers. And you know, if you're a truck driver, you know, every day sometimes it's not possible to take showers, you know. But I just told him, you know, it's getting really irritating with this guy. His demands are increasing and all his shit is increasing, and it's getting annoying, okay? Because it was getting a little too much. Every day he had a problem. He wanted breakfast, he wanted to brush his teeth every day in the truck stop. You know, it doesn't happen every time. Sometimes, you know, we got to use rest areas, sometimes truck stops. Sometimes truck stops are full, so you cannot do anything. You got to go to a rest area. Sometimes you got to go to a service plaza. It just depends, okay? So I told him that I can't do it. So anyway, my manager told me, you know what, just drop this load, okay? And when you go to your next pickup, you know, we'll get this guy out. So anyway, the same day from there where I dropped, we drove like 300 miles, dropped the FedEx load and picked up an empty trailer, and we were on our way to I think it was North Carolina or South Carolina to pick up the next load. So my manager called me, like, see Rossi, you know, go to this place for the pickup, and I'm sending another truck driver over there and you'll be switching trainees with him. Okay, this is what my manager told me. We'll be switching trainees over there, like we'll give this guy to a different trainer and you'll get his trainee. So I said that's totally fine, let's get it done. Okay, so I drove, we went to the shipper, and over there another driver comes over there. Okay, now this guy, so before him there was another Western Express driver over there. Okay, he was getting loaded, a completely different driver who had no idea what's happening. Okay, so this old guy gets down from my truck. So I told him, buddy, get your stuff ready, you'll be switching trucks. He tells me he's not going to leave my truck. No matter what happens, he's not going to leave my truck till they personally don't call him and tell him he has to leave the truck. So I'm like, see, that's not my thing. That's between you and the person in charge of trainees. So you can talk to them completely. What I've been told, I told you. Rest is up to you. Okay, but I can't train you. I told him that I cannot train you because it's getting annoying. Anyway, so he gets down for my truck. Okay, he goes to this other truck that's a Western Express truck, and completely different driver who has no idea what's happening. He goes to the driver and he starts complaining. He's like, oh, this you know, my trainer is like so and so, he's this, he doesn't take me this, that, this. He tells them everything, that you know, he you know, he's got this problem. In the morning I wanted to brush, I wanted to shower, I wanted to shave, but he couldn't take me this thing. So he asked me like, what happened? So I told him the truth. I told him, see buddy, we were at a FedEx. Okay, yesterday the load was not ready, so we couldn't leave from there and go to a truck stop because everything was full. It's late in the night, by 11-12. So we stayed at the FedEx, and the FedEx itself had they had toilets, they had showers, they had you know, they had everything over there. They had everything over there. They had toilets, showers, those freaking fridges. What do you say, man? Oh fuck, my fucking brain freeze. Yeah, my brain stopped working. Yeah, they have those I'll just put in the text, those fridges where you put money and damn, those cooler thingies. Yeah, anyways, so they had everything. He could pick up some snacks from there, he could brush his teeth, you know, freshen up, use the restroom. Everything was clean because it's a FedEx you know, yard, like exactly a FedEx facility, so everything is clean. So that trainer, okay, had 2 guys in his truck. He was training 2 guys. Okay, so he told the trainer, he told the trainee that dude, you're so freaking lucky. Sometimes there are days where we go without shower, 2 or 3 days without showers. You know, we brush teeth on the road, like we just, you know, on the way we brush, you know, it happens. At least you're lucky. He takes you to a truck stop every freaking day. And then this guy's face completely changed. He didn't know what to say. He thought, you know, the other trainer would support him and would side him. So he's like, you're lucky that he actually takes you every day. Plus for food, the way he told him, you know, like, I want to eat this, that. He's saying, buddy, with me, if you would have been, you don't have a choice. Wherever we switch drivers, you eat from there, because after that I don't stop till I have to take my 30-minute. This guy's face completely changed. Completely changed. He didn't know what to say. Okay. Anyways, that other guy said, see, I trained these 2 guys, ask them. So he, even the trainee, the other 2 trainees who were with that trainer, there were 3 guys in the truck. I don't know how the hell they do that, but 3 guys in the truck, a trainer and 2 trainees. So that was something which I have seen for the first time in my life. I haven't seen something like that. Normally it's 1 trainer, 1 trainee, but I don't know. I'm not going to say anything about that. So even he asked those trainees, do we go to truck stops every day? Do we get showers every day? Do we get you know, do we get a choice of breakfast and lunch, or we just, whatever we get on the way, we pick up and we start driving? So even they said, yeah, you know, whenever we get a chance, we shower. It's not possible every day. Sometimes it's not possible because you are on loads that, you know, have to be delivered on a time. So this guy's face completely changed. Now he comes and he's like, I'm gonna talk to the management and tell them that I don't want to change my trainer. I was done. I said, I'm not going to train you, buddy. I am not going to train you at all. the new trainer is on the way, he's about to reach, get your stuff ready and get out of my truck. Not get out, I said get ready, because he's gonna come and we have to switch drivers. And he's like, no, I'm not going to I'm not going to move my stuff till somebody doesn't call me. So I called my manager. I said, see, so and so this is a situation, so what he did is he called the trainee manager who's in charge of trainees, and he went and he complained to her. Okay, he went and told her that my trainer is rude to me, he doesn't talk to me with respect, this, that, he doesn't take me to truck stops, rest areas, and I need to use the toilet, I have a problem, and this, that, and he complained whatever he could about me. Okay, so she called up my driver manager and told him that your driver is so and so. So my driver manager, who's been with me for a year, he knows me so well that he told her that's not possible, the trainee is lying, completely lying. So I told her, so then she called me up. Okay, she calls me and she's like, hey, this is the the trainees manager, whatever you call them. She's like, so and so trainee called me and he said so and so things. So I just told her one thing. I told her, see, I've been training for some time right now. Okay, you can call any of my previous trainees and just ask them how was I to them. Simple. Call any of my previous trainees, there were 5 or 6 of them, 4 or 5 of them. Just call them and ask them and they will tell you exactly what it is. So she said, okay, give me a few minutes, let me try to figure it out. And then she calls me back and she's like, okay, I just spoke to your manager and we ended up talking to I don't know which trainee, but they ended up talking to some trainee of mine. And he said, yeah, that's not possible because this guy is like super chill. He takes you to truck stops. He does everything for you to make sure that, you're comfortable in the truck. So it's definitely not him. The trainee is lying. And I even told her that there's another driver over here. You can check with him, because this guy spoke to the trainer. So you can check with him and see what he thinks. So she said, okay, no, I know maybe he's lying, but I can't blame him for it. Whatever it is, we'll just get you a different trainee and switch him out. I said that's totally fine, I have no problem with that. So what happens is, now the other truck who's actually supposed to pick him up comes. Okay, the guy comes with his trainee. Okay, so his trainee was a elder guy, chilled out guy. So he came, he asked me that, hey, will I be training with you? So I said, yeah buddy, you'll be training with me, get your stuff and move into my truck. And I told him, get your stuff out and go into that truck. So he goes to that trainer, the new trainer who's just come, and he starts complaining about me, hey, so and so this, so and so is this, so and so this. That fellow told him only, so that trainer just told him one thing. He's like, buddy, listen to me, okay, listen to me very clearly. At least he brought you to a place where you can switch trainees, you can switch trucks. If it was me, I would have kicked you on the middle of the road and left. Okay, I don't give a fuck. I would have left you in the middle of the road. You're lucky he didn't kick you out on the middle of the road and left you, because there are incidents, and I guess there are some trainers and trainees who have had incidents where the trainers have kicked trainees out at truck stops, at the side of the road and all that stuff. I am not a bad fucking person. There's no way I'm going to kick someone out in the middle of the road and leave them for fucking dead over there. So I made sure everything was good with him. And then he gets a call from the driver manager and they asked him to move his stuff, and he's like, no, but I want to stay with this guy. I don't want to leave him because I need to complete my training with him since I've been with him. So they said, no, that's not going to happen. They called me once again. They said, see, he's saying he wants to stay with you and complete it. I said, no, I cannot take him. I cannot take his bullshit. I cannot fucking do, it'll get bad, because I'm very cool till a limit, but if you cross that limit, then I'm going to get pissed, he's going to get pissed, we're going to have some arguments and stuff, it'll get bad. Don't want to get it till there. Might as well just switch trainees over here and let him go his way, I go my way. That's simple. So they said, yeah, okay, that's much better. So they told him, like, get your stuff, get out. And he started getting his stuff ready, and he's still complaining about me as much as he can. He's like, this fellow this, he's that, he's this, he doesn't take me. So then now the trainer who's about to take him and go comes to me, and he's like, what happened? So I told him, so and so thing it is. He wants to stop every morning at a truck stop. You have to make sure he gets breakfast. You have to make sure he gets to brush his teeth in a truck stop. You got to make sure he gets shower every day. And I told him exactly what it is. He just told me one thing. That trainer told me one thing. Fuck him. where I stop, he stops. If he has a problem, I'm going to kick him out and go. That's it. I don't give a fuck with him. That's it. And that's how we switched trainees. And I had to kick that guy out, and it is what it is, man. I mean, trust me, I'm very cool, very cool. I'm very chilled. I don't get pissed off. I'm the coolest guy you'll ever know, but there's a limit to it. So if you cross the limit, rather than have arguments and, you know, fucking one-on-one Mortal Kombat shit, just fucking end it over there. You go your way, I go my way. So if you stay till here and you watch this video and you like the video, like, subscribe, share. And I'm going to start, you know, ending these videos on like a motivational note. Maybe not this one, the next one I will think of some good motivational quotes and motivate you guys if you want to get into trucking. But on that note, if you stay till the end, thank you so much for watching my video, guys. And that's how I kicked him out. Trainee number 6, 7, I've lost count. But the other few trainees who I've had were like super chilled out guys, just normal training. So I don't know if I'm going to tell you those stories, but if you want to know those stories, who were they and how it went, let me know, comment. But other than that, all I can say is thank you for watching. Subscribe to the channel as usual, do the normal stuff, and stay safe. Peace, and do whatever makes you happy, man. Just do whatever makes you happy. I'm going to chill for the weekend, eat some good Indian food, and bring out the PlayStation from up there, connect it to the TV down here, and play some Sparking Zero. Okay, peace, bye.